Elon Musk's plan to build a city on Mars. Are you ready to live on Mars? If Elon Musk achieves his objectives, it may become a viable choice in the near future. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has long dreamed of building a metropolis on Mars. It would be self-sustaining, home to 1 million people, and would usher mankind into a multi-planet species. It's Musk's most ambitious objective, and it might keep him busy for the next 3 decades. In today's video, I will be talking about Elon Musk's plan to build a city on Mars. If you don't want to miss out on any details, stay with me till the end of the video. Now, let's get right into it. What is the Mars City? Musk intends to construct a full-scale metropolis on the surface of Mars. This would be a metropolis for everyone, not only scientists and researchers. People who want to go to Mars might get a loan to pay for their travel. People would be able to pay off their loans by working in everything from iron foundries to pizzerias after they've arrived. Musk stated at a 2016 conference that labor shortages will last for a long time. According to the Starlink Internet Services Terms and Conditions, which were issued in October 2020, this city would be able to govern itself on its own terms. This appears to be in conflict with the 1967 Outer Space Treaty, which specifies that the country responsible for the initial launch is also accountable for the subsequent space operations. David Anderman, who was SpaceX's chief attorney at the time when the terms were disclosed, told Inverse in 2021 that the two papers might collide. Musk projected in 2019 that constructing a self-sustaining metropolis on Mars will need around 1 million tons of cargo. Assuming that it costs $100,000 per ton to carry freight to Mars with the forthcoming Starship, a Mars metropolis would cost roughly $100 billion. Musk believes that it may cost roughly $10 trillion at the most. Why does Elon Musk want to build a city on Mars? Musk's declared goal is to make humankind a multi-planet species. He has compiled a list of reasons why mankind would wish to extend into the universe over the years. One recurring theme he mentions is that a life-ending disaster on Earth may be the end of mankind, but civilization could go on if it can establish a base on a new planet like Mars. Earth is 4.5 billion years old, yet life is still not multiplanetary, and it is exceedingly questionable how much time remains to become so, Musk tweeted in November 2021. Aside from the worst-case scenario of climate change, an unexpected asteroid attack might potentially annihilate civilization. Musk isn't the first person to advocate for human colonization of another planet. In 2017, Professor Stephen Hawking stated that humans would need to spread out within the next 100 years if they were to survive. However, in reaction to Hawking and Musk, astronomer Martin Rees stated that the concept was a, quote, dangerous fantasy. Coping with the climate change on Earth is a doodle compared to making Mars livable, unquote. When did Musk first get the idea for a Mars city? It's difficult to say when he initially had this thought. According to Ashley Vance's 2015 biography, around the middle of his teenage years, he'd come to consider man's fate in the world as his personal mission. Science fiction works such as Douglas Adams's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy influenced him. Terence Beaney, who went to school with Musk, is also mentioned in the book. Beaney argues that Musk was thinking about populating distant worlds as early as his childhood. Musk attended a meeting of the non-profit Mars Society organization in 2001. Musk learned about the group's ambitions to send mice into orbit to inspire people at the event. Musk began to examine the possibility of sending them to Mars instead, which led to the formation of SpaceX. Musk told Wired in 2007, before SpaceX had even launched its first rocket into orbit, that in 30 years there will be bases on the Moon and Mars. In 2016, he made a statement at the International Astronautical Congress on his proposal to turn mankind into a multi-planet species. How will Elon Musk build a city on Mars? The Starship is key to the plan. SpaceX will be able to fly personnel and goods to Mars using this fully reusable rocket, which is presently being developed in Texas. The spacecraft will be able to launch over 100 tons or 100 people into orbit at the same time. Because it uses liquid oxygen and methane as fuel rather than rocket propellant like the Falcon 9, explorers may travel to Mars, recharge using resources discovered on the planet, and return to Earth. The astronauts may even travel deeper into space, establishing a network of recharging stations along the way. Does Jeff Bezos agree with Elon Musk's Mars City idea? Musk's ambition is not shared by everyone in the space sector. Jeff Bezos, head of competing venture Blue Origin, seeks to extend civilization by building massive orbiting settlements around Earth. Bezos referenced physicist Gerard K. O'Neill's study in May 2019. He posed an important question. Is a planetary surface the optimum location for mankind to spread throughout the solar system? O'Neill came to the conclusion that the answer was no for 3 reasons. The planetary surfaces aren't particularly large. At most, humans would treble the quantity of usable land surface. They're quite far away. A circular voyage to Mars would take years since the Earth and Mars align once every 22 months, and the journey itself would take a few months depending on the rocket. Because of the distance, there will be no real-time communications with Earth. Sending a signal to Mars takes around 20 minutes, far longer than communicating over the internet, which takes tens of milliseconds. Bezos, on the other hand, prefers to establish O'Neill-style communities in Earth's orbit. He says that this might support up to 1 trillion people. How much will it cost to take a spaceship to the Mars City? Musk stated in 2019 that a round-trip ticket may cost up to $500,000 at first, then drop to $100,000 over time. Musk's objective in 2016 was to have a ticket price that was comparable to the median price of a home in the United States. That would imply that individuals may sell their homes and relocate to Mars. A personal loan is another option according to Musk. Visitors would repay the debt by working to fill the city's labor needs. It's a notion that in some ways harkens back to the 19th century American company towns, when employees lived in a city controlled by their business. Mars may not offer many options for local work, especially in the early days, and you'll need to pay off that debt for your travel. In a May 2019 interview with Inverse, Günther Lang, an economics professor at Kuhne Logistics University in Germany, called this proposal into doubt. After all, if you're wealthy enough to travel, why would you forego the luxury? When will SpaceX build a city on Mars? Musk announced in 2017 an aspirational plan to deploy 2 cargo ships to Mars as early as 2022. In 2024, it would deploy 4 ships, 2 crewed ships and 2 cargo ships to the next closest approach. Mars and Earth come closest to one another once every 26 months. At this point, the distance between the two is approximately 33.9 million miles. Musk tweeted in March 2019 that it's conceivable to build a self-sustaining settlement on Mars by 2050 if we start in 5 years and take 10 orbital synchronizations. With 26 months between synchronizations, construction of the metropolis would take at least 22 years. Musk has set a goal of establishing a self-sustaining Mars colony with a population of 1 million people by 2050. That year, Musk would become 79 years old. Given that SpaceX has yet to conduct its maiden orbital flight with the Starship, it is improbable that the first cargo ships would be launched this year. Thank you for staying with me till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and share the video. You can leave your questions or thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when we add new videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.